Hello, so today I have a tried and true review of the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless line. So I got the powder, the concealer, and the foundation. I like getting the whole line of things because I think they all work well together. They're designed together. So that's why I always get the whole thing, but I'm going to put it to the test in my tried and true review. This one's a little bit different because this is more of like a first impression. Right now though, I'm pretty impressed with it. Actually, I think that it's a really good foundation. It's going to be a really good foundation for those like muggy days that happen in spring whenever it rains too much and you get a little bit more humidity than usual, or those hotter spring days where the temperature's starting to climb into those summer degrees and you need a foundation that's gonna kind of be able to wear through all of that. So we'll see if this is that way. Today it is expected to rain and it's gonna be a high, let me see what the high is gonna be, 79, so it's not too hot, but still very humid, and I can't see what the humidity level is going to be at, but it's very hot. So yeah. All right, so I've got it on now. It is 11:24, so I put it on at 11, 15 or 20-ish, and I'll let you guys know throughout the day. So I'm going to go ahead and talk through this one because my husband's not here and I'm just able to. I'm going to be reviewing the Fit Me Poreless, Matte and Poreless line. So we're getting to that part of spring where we're nearing summer. Actually, we have a month away, but there's already a lot of summer weather out there, like especially here in Texas. It's very humid, so because it's been raining, we have had so much rain here, and that brings humidity, that brings just that damp, very thick like air, you know what I mean? It's kind of like tropical out there, and my naked skin, as much as I love it, it is not very matte. It's not very I catch myself putting a little bit more powder on. So I wanted to try the Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. The color I got was 220, which is natural beige, which I always either get natural buff or natural beige. And today I wanted to get natural beige because it's just a tad darker. You always want to make sure that you shake these. And this doesn't have a pump. It's a glass bottle, which I love for foundations because I feel like in a glass container it sits better. That may just be me. But anyway, I'm going to put this on. I'm not going to put on anything under it. So it's just, the foundation. I do have a little spot here and here where I broke out. And the rest is just scarring. So I have put on my moisturizer, which is the moisturizer I've always used. And let's get started. Right off the bat, this doesn't have a pump, so I'm going to be very careful as to how much I put on the back of my hand here, just because I like to start with. It's not very runny at all. It's like very slow to come out. Yeah. Which means it's very thick to me. So I like to start off with a lighter layer and go heavier if I need to. This foundation is not runny at all. And it looks very thick. Oh yeah, okay, so it's very thick. So I kind of, I'm not a fan of thick foundations, me personally. Because it can look very heavy on my skin, so This is not super smooth when you rub it in. This is actually like a first impressions. I literally just bought this last night and it does feel good on the skin. While it is thick, it doesn't feel heavy. So I do like that. So I'm going to put on another layer, and I'm going to put it on with a brush because I do feel like I need another layer. And I'm going to use the Delium Tools 957, which is just a flat top brush. I really am liking it because it doesn't leave such a heavy finish, which was my problem with the L'Oreal Infallible. It left such a heavy finish, and this does not. Look like my own skin, which I'm impressed with. So I think I like it. I'm gonna wear it throughout the whole day and let you guys know. Also, I bought the concealer in Sand Beige. This is not the Poreless, or this is not the matte. They don't have a matte and Poreless concealer. But this is just the Fit Me concealer, and the color I got is 20, which is Sand Beige, just because it has a little bit more yellow to it. Honestly, I think the foundation got a lot of it, so I don't really need even that much concealer. Alright, the concealer is actually very nice. It went on pretty opaque, I would say. I'm going to try to rub it in with my fingers. I've never tried this concealer before, so I like to test it out with my fingers just to see the consistency. Honestly, with these blemishes, they're raised, so I know it's not really going to get rid of that raised part, but it will, I think, get rid of, I mean, it is getting rid of the color. I am impressed with this concealer actually the most. I'm going to put some on my lids to see if it does a really good job of being like a primer, an eye primer. Because my Fit Me concealer, I mean my Naked Skin concealer, I can use that as an eye primer right now, you know, that it's not summer. Alright, so I'm actually liking that. I am going to now blend it in with a brush and just tap it. So now I'm going to try the powder, which I've already kind of shown you. This is the powder. It reminds me of the Benefit Hello Gorgeous, Hello Flawless, I don't know, their powder, the little box. And it's just like, you know, it's like a pressed powder. The color I got was 220 Natural Beige, which is the same as the foundation. And it says it's for normal to oily skin. Lasts up to 12 hours. So right now it is 11:20. So we'll see how long this lasts. And it's kind of awkward because I would have hoped that the mirror was here, but in fact the mirror is down at the bottom, so it's a little weird. They do give you a little sponge, but I used it yesterday just in the car, and I'm not really going to use it anymore. And I'm just going to apply it with this Delium Tools 980 brush, which is just a very big powder brush. So it's a little awkward because the product is up here, but the mirror is down here. So you kind of have to, you know, put it on, you know, put product in there and then look at the mirror. So that's kind of like a design flaw, I think. But I guess they want to show the color and not really the mirror. Okay, so that completely mattified the skin. Now let me look if it looks cakey, because usually whenever with powders, that was my problem with the L'Oreal. I keep going back to L'Oreal Infallible, but when I put the powder on, it just looked so cakey, and I'm trying to see, I don't see that in this one. So this is a few hours later, but I am so impressed with this foundation, and it's definitely a new fave of mine.